Hi, today is November 5th, 2012. Oh, what day is it today? Monday, the beginning of the new week. And the time? Let's see, I don't know what time it is now. Around 10 or so. And actually, I'm in the bath. I'm taking a bath. I'm soaking in a bathtub. Soaking in hot water. When you are in a bath, you feel relaxed, and being relaxed make you want to talk more, make you open, make you feel open, and it makes you be more talkative. I hope so. Okay. To tell you the truth, I didn't upload yesterday's my monologue because it was so long, about as long as 30 minutes. This was my first time I talked that long ever since I started my monologue, English monologue, and it took time. It took time to upload. Since it was just a voice memo, I have to put it in my PC and then take it out and edit with my Sony Vegas, which is editing software. It's for movie, it's for film, it's for I don't know how to say it. Not movie, it's a movie. Because just a voice memo cannot be uploaded on YouTube, so I have to, convert. I don't know how to say this, but I have to do something before uploading my voice memo on YouTube. And it took so long, about longer than 60 minutes, 1 hour. And I was waiting for it while watching YouTube, some of the interesting YouTube videos, but I got so sleepy, and I got too sleepy to stay awake while waiting, so I gave it up and went to sleep. And when I woke up this morning, I didn't realize last night, but it was finished by the time I woke up this morning, and I could have done it this morning, but I didn't. One of the reasons I didn't want to was that it was so long, and I didn't think I was doing okay again. I was just talking, pointless talk. It was a pointless talk, and I couldn't see the ending. I didn't know how to end the story. I didn't know how to express what I feel. I didn't know how to talk, what I would like to do, and I didn't come up with any good expressions in English. I hated it, so that's the main reason, I guess. And today, here I am. Actually, I'm not good at speaking. I'm not good at talking, even in Japanese. And I seldom, now my life is so lonely and so, I don't know, secluded? I don't know. I seldom see people. I seldom talk with people. It's like, I don't know, what we call in Japanese hikikomori. I'm having such a life. Oh yes, I have a job and I work to survive, to live. But I seldom see people, and I don't think I'm very sociable. I How crazy I am. Okay, let's review the story once again. Well, this time I hope I can do much better, because this is my third time, fourth time, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Oh, yes, I was talking about the package I received the day before yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I don't remember. It was the package sent from a well-known radio DJ, and you never imagine why I received something from someone famous like him. And he's a local radio DJ, and he's Japanese American. He's bilingual. His mother is Japanese, and his mother is Japanese, and his father is American. And he is in his 40s, and he's been in this area for the last nearly 20 years. He started his career when his radio station started. So he's the original member. And I have known of him for the last 18 to 20 years, but I was never be, I don't know, I never become his fan. But about couple of years ago, I started to liking him. I started to like him, or I started to be a big fan of his. And at one time, I listened to his radio show every day. He used to have 5 or 6 radio programs, or his programs 5 or 6 days a week before. Now he has less. Unfortunately, I don't know why. He's becoming less popular. I'm not sure. That's not my business. And what was that? Yes, and I sent my fan messages to his radio show pretty often, and I followed him on Twitter, and I sent him my Twitter message, and he has his Facebook fan page, and where he accepted me as his fan, which made me so happy. It's not that we have been, or we are close friends or something. It's just that I have been one of his fans, but he began to recognize me because of my not crazy, not stalking like messages, but some messages he sometimes reply, I don't know how to say, response. Yes, he responds to some of my messages, and somehow he began to recognize me, and he knew that I was having American imported goods related job, and that's the reason why he sent me his personal message through Facebook one day, which made me so surprised. And because he asked me something to do for him, because he was having a trouble, he was in trouble, he was having a problem. Uh, Actually, it was his bed. No, not his bed. He bought a bed for his son, who is not living with him. This is a very complicated story, so I might talk about it later though. And because he bought exactly the same beds, two beds, two beds. At that time, he used to have exactly the same two beds in his house. One is useful, the other is totally unuseful, because one was enough, but he had two. Why? Do you want to know why he had two same beds? Okay, I'll talk about it again. He has a son who is 2 years old now. He has a 2-year-old son who is not living with him at the moment, or ever since his son was born though. And he bought the one bed which shaped like a cars. It's from a movie character. It's a no, I don't think it's a TV program, but cards, right? It's a Pixar's or Disney's, I don't know. But it is shaped like a car's bed. It was the car's design, and shaped like that car, red and very animated one. And he originally ordered it from an American website, and it was supposed to be sent by ship, because it was so huge and it cannot be sent by air, because from what I know, probably the weight limit is 30 kilograms, and the bed must have been heavier with I don't know, packaging it, after being packaged. I guess that's the reason why it should be sent only by ship. And of course, it takes much longer than air, and at the same time, we had a terrible disaster which happened on March 11th, 2012. No, 2010, about 2 years ago, and they couldn't ship it sooner, so there was a delay, so he decided to cancel the order, and he thought he did cancel, and he bought another bed, the same one, same design, same kind one, at Japanese website. And since they had one in stock, they didn't have to wait as long as the one he ordered from the American website. So he decided to get that one. And so that's why he thought everything was okay. Everything he worked out everything, and there was no problem any longer. But to his surprise, about 6 months later, the bed he originally ordered, and he thought he had cancelled, arrived at his place one day, and which made him so surprised, amazed, puzzled. Why now? Like something like that. And the bed, totally useless bed, had been in its place for a long time. I don't know how long, probably more than 6 months or so. And he didn't know what to do with it. And sometimes I heard that sometimes he tried to look for someone who would love to buy the bed, but he was able to find no one. And at the last resort, I guess, he contacted me because he knew that I was working for American imported goods shop. And I was so surprised to hear from him for the first time in my life, from someone very famous and someone like my favorite star. And I was lucky. I was able to contact him directly. I was able to talk with him on the phone. Wow, that was great. That was an exciting moment. He told me to tell him my telephone number. Wow. And I told him my telephone number. Wow. And he called me on the spot. Wow. Was that amazing? I can't believe it now, even now. And we talked about the bed. And I decided to help him with it. And I tried to do my best. I did all I could. I did everything I could to help him. Like listing it on auctions, listing it in my shop's website, or anything else. And he assumed that I must have so many customers who were interested in imported goods, but actually his expectation was not close. So I had a hard time finding someone who would love to buy his bed. But suddenly, after my listing it on some of the auctions, I heard from someone, and he said that he was very interested in buying that bed. And to my surprise, he turned out to be living in his neighborhood. I mean, the DJ's neighborhood. In short, the person who said to me that he wanted to buy the bed and the DJ were neighbors. Wow, what a coincidence, what a small world, don't you think so? And, and so I was happy because I was able to find someone to sell the bed. And another thing I was happy about was that, to tell you the truth, the DJ told me that if I sold the bed myself, I could get some service charge. And how much, I can decide how much the service charge would be, because if I sell the bed higher than his price, the difference, how much ever would be, the difference would be my service charge. So that's why, greeting me, I am so greedy, but I was so, I don't know how to say it. I thought a lot about the price, because if it's too high, too expensive, no one would love to buy it. But it is too the price is too low. It should be. It doesn't work for me. It wouldn't work for me. I wouldn't get even some any. So I wouldn't get any service charge, and this was the last thing I wanted. So that's why it was so difficult for me to decide how much it would be, because that was me who can decide. And the DJ told me that he sold the bed to me at a certain price, like 30,000 yen or so. The bed is very expensive, including the shipping, or all the costs like shipping or anything. And if I sell the bed at 50,000 yen, maybe I could get 20,000 worth of service charge. Well, it should be a great present for myself, great Christmas present, because it was around December and it was nearly at the end of the year, and that should be a great Christmas present for myself, right? Oh, how greedy I am. So that's why I was so happy to find someone to sell the bed. But to my surprise, just after I and the person who wanted to buy the bed, the person talked about the bed, and we discussed how to communicate, how I don't know how we should do or anything else. I heard from the DJ. He called me and told me that, which was totally astonishing to me though. He told me that that's okay, your job is done, and I'll do everything later. From now, the rest. I'll take care of the rest, and your job is done here. And since you almost did nothing, I'm sorry, but there was no service charge. Wow, what? And I lost the word. I don't know how to say it. I was so disappointed. I was so amazed. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. I couldn't say anything. Wow! And I felt as if he was cheating. I felt as if I was outwitted. Outwitted. I don't know how to say this, but I in English it's very difficult to express my feelings, express how I must have been feeling at that time. But wow, I lost everything then, I thought. So that's why I felt so disappointing. But one thing which made me a little bit, which saved, there was one thing which saved me then, and that was what he said. He asked me if I would love to get anything like alcohol or drinks or something. I don't know, for present. I don't know. He thanked me. He thanked me because it's not that I didn't do anything. I did something to help him, and because of that, the person showed up. Because the person found my listing and said that he actually yes, I have to talk about this too to explain well. So this is so complicated, but actually, as I told you, the person who decided to buy the bed and the DJ turned out to be the neighbors. And to my surprise, the person who decided to buy the bed, okay, let's see. For example, let's say he is Mr. T. Okay, Mr. T knew that knew the existence of the bed for such a long time. He was worried, even worried that how the bed, what would become of the bed, because it was placed at the entrance of his house, the DJ's house, or in front of the entrance, even for such a long time. And also the DJ was talking about the bed very often in his show, saying that he couldn't find someone. He wants to find someone to sell the bed to, but he was not successful and such stuff. And so Mr. T knew everything. And once he told the DJ he was interested in the bed, and the DJ, the price the DJ gave him was way too high than the price he would love. So that's why he didn't decide his mind. He didn't decide his mind then. But since I began to list his bed, and the bed was I don't know how to say it. Someone else might get the bed before him. He realized that, and he hurried. It made him hurry, and he decided to. He made up his mind then, and he told me he would love to buy the bed before anyone else. So that's why he came to me. But since I didn't know about it, I didn't know anything about this matter. So that's why I thought that that was me who found someone. But actually, it wasn't me. And the DJ knew everything, but he didn't tell about it to me. So that's why I knew nothing. And that's why I feel I was left out. I feel like I was being left out, and I was being outwitted. I was cheated or something like that. And no wonder I felt that way. And one more thing, I was so greedy that I was so disappointed because I didn't get any service charge, even though I spent some time making the listings for his bed, for his, so that the bed could be sold. So and he asked me if I would love to get some, would you, and he told me that would you like some drinks or something, and um, I decided to accept his offer, kind offer, and I'm sorry, but I don't drink, so maybe I would love some Coca-Cola, because my daughters love it. And he said, "Oh, okay," and that was when Christmas was around the corner, and I was very much looking forward to it. I thought that he would make his promise shortly, but and after that there was nothing for a while. And Christmas Eve was over. The Christmas was over also. And that was at the end of the year. And one day when I was listening to his radio show, which I never missed then, he was so happy at the beginning. And he began to say that, today I'm very happy. You know what? You know why? Because my bed, which has been placed, which has been nuisance in my house, finally sold, and because thanks to someone living in my neighborhood, that was Mr. T, and he never mentioned about me, about I don't know if about it's needed or not, but he never talked about me. He never talked about me who helped, who spent some very important time creating the listings for the auctions and for my website or anything. Oh my God. He sounded as if he forgot everything. He forgot about me, everything, and discouraged me so much. And I even got upset, and I feel really, really sad and lonely because I was forgotten, and I was really helpless. I was really useful. Oh my God, I thought so. I felt so. That's what I felt. I was so disappointed. And I spent terrible around about 20 days. I spent terrible 20 days since from the end of 2010 to 2010 to the beginning of 2011, and I almost began to dislike him. I decided to stop liking him. I wanted to quit being his fan. Oh, I know, I feel really, I don't know, the opposite meaning of generous. I don't know, indigenous? I don't know how to say it, but I don't think I am a very generous person because for some extent I feel happy because he worked his problem out. He solved his problems. He solved his bet, and everything turned out to be okay. It was good for him, but to some extent, for myself, I wasn't able to feel happy at all. So maybe today, that's all for today. And I'll talk about it. I'll talk about what was happening after this. After this, coming up is it makes it actually it made me feel like making a short movie about this whole story. And now actually you can see it on YouTube, but I'm not gonna tell you which one it is, so you never guess. You never guess. So okay, that's all for today. Thank you for listening. If there are any listeners, I don't think so though. Okay, this is just my practice, so I don't care. Thank you very much for being there for me. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.